All right. Welcome to session 6 of Stars in Your Eyes, where we join our adventurers again, this time on the planet Aketi, while they search down the last little bit of information they need to contact Candyman's sister Ophelia. And I'll jump into a little bit more of the backstory or recap in a second, but why don't we just go around and introductions real quick again and pronouns. Richard, we'll start with you, who you're playing and a little bit about them and pronouns.
Okay, I'm playing Candyman, the erstwhile pilot of this little ship. He is self-centered and may have substance issues.
Great, and he uses he, him pronouns.
Him, yes.
Stephen, want to introduce Cardigan?
Yes, hey there. I am Cardigan, the face of the group. I'm a robot with not really an understanding of honesty. I mean, really, it's all just words.
It's just words, and they come out and they go places, and things happen. Yeah. All right, great. Terry.
I am playing Headliner, Mystic who's coming into his own, and hoping that we can also, while finding Candyman's sister, be able to fulfill the plans of the person that I rescued as well. We'll see what happens.
Great. Yeah. All right. So last time we found you guys on Indri. You were doing some downtime. You got back to your ship. You had a number of messages from Draxler the pirate, from Ophelia had even left Candyman a message saying that she needed his help. And Major Drillian from Isotropa Max Secure had left a message saying that he had let the Guild of Engineers know your ship registry and your call sign and stuff, so they could come and get Cardigan and Manda. You had taken off as they closed in on your ship. You used what are we calling them? The way gates, the smugglers' routes. These are not official channels, but using Headliner's little medallion, you were able to go through one of those. You came out the other side, but picked up some extra passengers on the way, some creatures made out of pure blackness. There was a little bit of a gun battle, and then there was also, I think, Headliner kind of blasted one of them into the way, or was that Roe that did that using? Can't remember exactly, but one of them got kind of vaporized with a tune roll.
Remember, another one got sucked up.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I think Roe took some drugs and then smoked a joint of something and then used that to incorporate or something. It got weird. Anyway, you managed to get to Aketi and land, and there you met your contact, Razor, who is a very well-built kind of Asian woman who's got a really big gun sitting in the corner, a big tent. Candyman was still quite high from whatever Roe had been smoking, wrapped his arm around her, and she had pointed the gun at his foot and pulled the trigger. So we'll start there. I wanted to ask you real quick, Richard, because I didn't give you a chance to, if you wanted to try to resist that foot injury, you could try to do so. It would be a level 2 harm hole in the foot otherwise, but you could try to reduce that by 1 if you would like to, although I see you're quite high on stress, so. Oh no, wait, that's Cardigan. Where are we at? Candyman. Oh, you got no stress. You can resist this all day. Oh, and you're muted. There.
So how does the harm work?
So it would go in your level 2 slot here, and that would mean you would be negative
Oh.
1 die on all your future rolls.
Oh,
But
okay.
you can
Yeah, look, I think I'll try to
resist
resist
that.
then.
And I think that'd probably be a prowess, which to move your foot or something out of the way quick enough.
Yep.
So just go ahead and click prowess.
Prowess. No bonus dice, I'm assuming.
No.
And I will submit that. And something peeped in the background.
Zoom on it. 1. Oh my gosh, a critical. Okay. Is there a special for criticals on a resistance roll?
Yeah, it absolutely does not matter because he has no
that's
stress.
right. He would reduce
if you
stress.
crit, you get to actually remove one stress.
Great. That's right. So you have no stress, but this will go down to a level 1 harm. You get most of your boot out of the way, but just so in the level 1 box there, just type
Foot injury.
like seared or something from the blaster. Seared foot, maybe. That'd be fine.
Oh.
And you would just right as
I'll
you
take 2 stress for that.
What's that?
I take 2 stress for that.
No, you take 0 stress. The way that
'cause I critical it.
resistance works is you take 6 stress minus your highest die roll.
Oh, okay.
So you got a 6, so you take 0 stress, and then since you got 2 6s, you would have taken minus 1 stress. I think it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to, kind of look really hard at our contact there and go, "You shot me," and then I'll fall over. And just look.
She looks down at you and she says, "You touched me without asking, and you didn't mention that you were Ophelia's brother. You just walked straight into my tent. And what is that smell?"
I don't know. Is that an animal? I say cheerfully, whilst looking at the hole in my boot, thinking that's going to be inconvenient.
Look, okay, so yeah, Ophelia's. So you, let's see, what's your real name here? Right, you must be Yorick then, huh? Ophelia's told me a little bit about you. You don't disappoint. I guess I could say you live up to what she has said. So
Right.
Well, I was about to go out on a hunt, but I guess I could try to deal with this now, although it would be much easier if Brad were over here helping. Look, I can help you get to your sister.
That'd be great.
I don't even know if I feel like asking any of you. This is kind of awkward. Look, you see that guy over there? And she points to a kind of a teched out looking young man. He's in some like black, I don't know how to, like futuristic sweatpants with like hexagons on them. And he's got a pink hat that's camouflage. And he's got some like silver shoes on and some like neon colored glasses. And he is currently talking to another group, another expeditionary captain. And she says, "That's Brad. He's my tracker. You caught me in the bit of a little bit of a tiff with him. And really, to get to Ophelia, we kind of need him. So I was thinking maybe he doesn't want to talk to me right now. He might sign up with Rusty Venture over there if we don't act quick. Maybe you guys could go talk to him, tell him I'm sorry, tell him he could just come back and work for, good old Razor one more time, and I'll pay him double."
Sure. I'll do that. I'll say, and
Okay.
start to crawl over in that direction.
Okay. She puts her foot on you and kind of looks down at you, and then looks at the rest of you and says, "Are any of you sober that could go talk to him?"
We all stare at Cardigan.
Oh, I could certainly go and talk to him. And I just realized I forgot to open the Roll20 for this, so let me just...
Cardigan. In this case, it might be best not to actually lie about the amount.
Oh, If you suggest, I suppose we can go with the truth this time.
Great. So Cardigan, you head on over, and Brad is being offered a seat by this grizzled old man with red hair and kind of a Indiana Jones style hat on, some big old leather boots, and a bandolier around his waist. And he says, "So, Brad, you're finally, come to your senses, huh? You're not going to go and out on that next expedition with Razor over there. You're going to come sign up now?" And Brad sighs and says, "Look, I need a job. Any job will do. And yeah, I was going to see maybe you pay better or something, you know?" And that's when you arrive, Cardigan.
Yeah, sorry, just waiting for this Roll20 to load. Why is it not loading?
It took a long time when I started it.
Yeah, mine was really slow too.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. Yes. Cardigan looks between the two of them, and oh, Cardigan. Greetings, I am Bart. I draw my pistol and point it at the man with the hat, with the fedora, with the Indiana Jones hat. We believe that you are attempting to poach one of our employees after making who we were planning on offering a amount of double payment for. But if they are apparently so disloyal, perhaps we should simply make our negotiation easy and remove you from the running. I am commanding
Okay.
this guy. Also, if you could please hand over the hat.
Okay.
This is my vice. You
Okay.
introduced multiple people with characterful hats. How am I not?
Hey, I love it. Let's see if you get a hat. Command. You've got one. You're kind of by
I'll push
yourself.
myself.
Okay.
I'll push
You want a
myself.
devil's bargain?
No, I just pushed myself.
Okay. Just gonna take two.
Yep.
All right.
Position
This is.
attack.
I was gonna say controlled, but you just drew a blaster on a like a seasoned hunter, so that's risky.
Okay.
I would have said standard about just getting Brad back, but then you went and asked for the hat. Oh, I feel like that almost makes it limited. Does that feel too harsh?
Sure. In fact, do you have a devil's bargain then? Because I might push myself for effect in that case.
Yeah.
Perhaps they have to shoot the guy.
Ooh. Yeah, you're. Let's see. I'm drawing blanks, except for I do kind of like Candyman's suggestion here. Terry, any thoughts here?
I mean, more heat in the system. I'm just pulling blasters
yeah.
and.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah. Or there's a couple bodyguards around he doesn't see.
Yeah.
One of them gets somewhat of a drop on him.
It'll be 2 heat in the system.
Okay.
Here, and I think we'll just go with that for right now. But then this guy may come back to haunt you in the near.
That's fair.
near
That's
future.
fair.
Yeah. Okay.
It's worth the XP.
Okay. Let's go here. Ooh, a 5. All right. So
And we did buy the ship upgrade as well, Cardigan. So, but it won't matter here. But
Which ship recovery was that? I forget.
for the double XP on the regular stuff,
oh yeah,
it won't matter for this.
Yeah.
train. Yeah. All right. So he stands up slowly. Look, Bart, I was just inviting Brad to sit down. There's no need to pull blasters. If he belongs to you, that's fine. This is my hat. I've had this hat for a long time. I will give it to you if you put your gun away. But you got to understand, this is my hat, man. This is my hat.
I think you are incorrect, as I take the hat from him. This is my hat.
Okay. And as you reach up to take the hat, just in that moment, he has his blaster out too, and he's like, "That's my hat. Give it back. Give me back the hat. This doesn't have to get crazy, Bart. It's just a hat."
Oh.
Headliner, do you see pistols drawn across the thing? Is there anything you want to do?
I'll walk over.
Okay.
Cardigan, what's going on here?
We are in negotiations.
Over.
My hat.
And I reach over and I pick up a tray and I hand it to him and I say, "You mean this hat?"
Excellent. Right. Give me a roll here, Headliner.
All right.
You got 3 and a 2, 3 and a 2
yeah.
already.
I think I'll just roll. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. So you push yourself to cloud a target's mind and sway them in the face of contradictory evidence.
I have to do that, but that's. One stress for each additional feature. You only have big memories of the event. Works on a small group. Yeah.
You're welcome, everyone, for all the XP I'm generating. See, now you're addressing a situation with the way.
I am. And I'm just debating. I don't care if he remembers it.
All right.
All right. So is this? I'm assuming this is risky.
Yeah, this is risky standard.
Don't worry, I have an idea for how we can spend this to benefit the group.
I got a 5.
5. Okay. He says, "Yes, that hat," and he takes it from you. And Brad goes, "That's not a hat. What? That's not a hat."
Yes, it is, Brad.
Rusty looks at him and he's like, "This is my hat. What are you talking about, Brad?" And he puts the tray on his head. And Brad just starts walking away from you guys like, "Whoa, guys. Look,
we believe that you will return to work for your former employer for the original pay."
Razor sent you over here?
Indeed.
Man, I hate Razor. This is BS. I can't take this. First, it's just too much. First she's got to tease me all the time about my hat. Then she's got to go and out me about my crush on Asha. Then it's just busting my balls all the day about how I don't
Would
look
you
like
like
I'm
to
cut out.
trade hats?
No, I like my hat. This hat is me. That hat is not me. That hat is Rust. What did you do to him?
Don't worry. He'll realize it.
No, I'm worried. That was weird. He put a tray on his head. And you want me to go back and work for Razor and your...
Well, if you don't, I might do something similar to you.
Oh, dude, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. Look, no. Do you wanna try to sway with that? Is that like a threat?
No, I wasn't.
Sounds like a threat to me.
Let's just say that. How's this? I know he said for the original pay, but what about if you do it for 1.5 times?
You see, we get him for the
Look.
original pay, and then we ask her for half of the double pay she was going to give him.
She shot me, man.
Fine, I'll do
It's
it.
going to really hurt when I sober up.
I'll come back for 1.5 times pay, but she needs to come over here and admit that she has a crush on Asha, and the reason she's been busting my balls this whole time is that Asha keeps turning her down. She needs to come over here and say that to my face.
Well, I
I'll
think
do
she
it
said
1.5
something about
times.
being sorry.
Sorry isn't good enough. I want her to admit it.
All right, let's see if she'll do that.
He just stops, like right in the middle of the compound with his arms folded. Yeah, you send her over here.
If I get her to do that, it's for the original pay.
Fine. You get her to do that.
All right, I'll go over and talk to her.
Okay. She's still standing with her boot on you, Candyman. What are you doing this whole time that there's guns drawn?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to take my boot off.
Okay. There's like blood pouring out the side, and it doesn't look too deep. It went through the skin, but it's going to take a week or so to probably heal up.
So it's going to really hurt later on, so I'm taking
Yeah.
the boot off now.
Okay. She kind of bends down as they're over there talking, and she says, "Let's see, it's Yorick, right?"
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe. Why?
Yeah, maybe. She says, "You are sorry, I shot you in the foot. Look." She helps you up and sits you down in a chair. Just let's see what happens here, and if everything goes all right, I got a little device in the back that can kind of help regenerate some stuff. So we'll get you up so you can walk around all right in a bit here. But
Sure.
your sister is in a bad spot. You realize this?
Well, she hasn't just been shot. Let's put some perspective here.
It'll be much worse than shot if the Starship Guild catches up with her. She stole one of their prototype vessels. Stole. That's something you do, not something she does.
Oh,
Why the hell would she do that, Yorick?
I don't know. Was it a nice vessel?
I think it's at this point that Headliner shows up. You see Razor grasping the point of her nose, just sighing. Oh.
Cardigan's behind him, wearing a fantastic new hat.
She looks up and she's like, "New hat?"
Yes. Razor, I see you've been talking to Candyman. I can tell from the bridge of your nose.
Yeah. Oh. So is Brad coming back or what?
Well, we have a little bit of a situation. I've been able to talk him into the same pay.
The same pay.
But there's a requirement.
What?
You need to go admit that you have a crush on Asha.
Mother.
Whether it's true or not, who cares?
Yes, truly, it's a matter of we are saving you money that you would have otherwise spent. Perhaps, in fact, this is worth half of that double pay that you are going to pay to your employee.
I'm sorry. Come again?
Well, you were going to spend quite a lot of extra funds just to get this man working for you again. We have negotiated him back down to his original pay. Clearly, this is the sort of thing that the sort of fee that any kind of contracting agency would ask for.
You people are unbelievable.
I'm trying to swear.
I should have known Friends of Yorick would do. Okay, fine. Give me a roll.
Okay, so does some headliner? It sounds like you're helping.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Yep, I'm gonna just trauma out on this.
I think could be a consort.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you're not like lying, so I think you can get 2 dice on the consort and 1 from headliner. So
cool. I'm also gonna push myself. I figure it's better than having to waste all my time clearing stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have 1 session left after this. I need some traumas.
You do need some traumas.
Position and effect here.
Controlled standard. Oh, there it is. There's your 6. Okay, fine.
Right.
Wait here. I'll be right back. Here's 2 credits.
Oh, thank you. And Cardigan like tucks it away into one of their cardigans.
So she walks across the yard, kind of head bowed, still pinching the tip of her nose. Gets over there. You hear, and then Brad goes, "That's it. That was the shittiest fucking apology I've ever fucking heard." And oh my god, you're the worst.
Hey, Brad, did she admit it?
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
She said, "Maybe I think I liked him at one point."
Nah.
Asha is who you have a crush on, correct?
Okay, this doesn't need to be broadcast. It's done. She turns around and
Is that
walks-
better, Brad?
Oh, hey, Ro. You just missed me sabotaging the mission over a hat.
Sounds about right.
So I think Razor storms back past you guys and into her tent, and you hear her shout out, "Be ready to go in 20 minutes."
The good news is I was able to get around him sabotaging the mission by making the person wear a tray on his head.
And we got some credit out of it. Or Cardigan did. They might share.
It's been a weird 30 minutes. Okay. So there is a bunch of packing. You see Brad go into a different tent.
In fact, yeah, Cardigan will pass over one of the cred to Headliner. They were instrumental in this.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Ro, Candyman is sitting in a camp chair. You just watched this this very buff Asian woman shoot him in the foot. He got most of his foot out of the way, but it's still got a graze on the side of it. Cardigan, what happens when you? Well, let me get Ro in here, and then we're going to come back to your trauming out here, Cardigan. There was a brief negotiation to get Ro's tracker, Brad, back, who was jumping ship from her because she'd been treating him so poorly. Thus the antics that have now secured Brad's accompaniment on the tracking on this mission. So you're sitting there, and Candyman's got a big hole in his foot. What do you do, Ro?
doctoring.
Yeah, what's my... Yeah, I mean, I don't really have the ability to let you ignore your wound penalties, so I could study the wound and gather some info on how it was.
You could
I
bandage
could-
it up. That'd be good.
I could CSI the wound and see exactly how you were shot.
Like we did establish, it's pretty much bleeding pretty extensively still. So
Yeah,
if you
I
want to
can,
like bandage that up a bit.
Yeah, I can definitely do
Yeah.
that.
Painkillers would be good too, because it's going to hurt later.
I mean,
I mean, it's fortunate that you already took so many painkillers already.
Well, that's called planning, that is.
yeah, painkillers will make you feel better whether you're injured or not. So those are always recommended.
I think Candyman needs more drugs for sure, right about now. Okay, so you're working on the foot, and Razor stomps back out, and kind of she's like, "Oh, wait, stop! Don't look here." I mean, you can bandage him up, but wait a second. And she pulls this weird device out. It's really about so big, and it's kind of curved, and it's got a bunch of gel on one side in a tank. And she sits it down on Candyman's foot for a second.
Ow.
And yeah, it hurts a lot because like pretty much like 1,000 needles kind of jab out into your foot around the wound, and starts collecting biological material, and start duplicating it really fastly and cloning the cells, and then repositioning those cells over the wound. So you're still going to have your penalty, but it will for like probably another hour or two. But after that, it will be completely healed. But it stops bleeding, and then she takes it off and starts walking back to her tent.
Thank God I'm sedated. That's all I can say.
Could I have taken an opportunity to study that device?
Yeah, go for it.
I think you need one of those, Ro.
I mean, I think this is still a doctor action. Doctor is kind of still the science ability. This especially position and effect.
Controlled standard. All right. So she sees you like staring at this thing while she's working, and then just sees you like continually staring at as she walks away. And so she turns around right before she walks into her tent, and she's like, "Problem? You gonna steal this? What's going on? What's up with the googly eyes here?" Ro.
Fascinating piece of equipment you got there.
Well, when you're in my line of work and your body gets destroyed once a month, you need to be able to replicate cells and whole bodies. It's kind of helpful.
Barbering is so dangerous.
Barbering?
What's it say about- Isn't she a barber?
She's a
Like, what the hell does she do?
she's a big game hunter on this crazy planet.
That explains a lot.
Like the giant rifle, yeah.
I thought her customer service skills were left something to be desired.
Ro, did you want to?
We saved her money. I don't know why she's so upset.
She's perpetually upset. She's just that kind of person.
So I didn't quite get the information I needed. So it seems like maybe I can try to.
I'd say you learned enough to kind of see how it works, but not enough to like replicate the device.
Yeah. Sorry, because I came in late. I'm not all set up, so I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I think I will push myself to activate my ability,
Okay.
so that I can consort with her to try to, since my studying did fell short,
Okay.
and yeah, so I have my notes. Okay, so there was a public relations cyborg who. I don't know that I treated them that much. As maybe I think we just did a lot of drugs together. Named J6 NT, and yeah, that's who I learned how to consort and sweet talk occasionally when I need to. And I will try again.
I warn you, she's very suspicious.
What are you saying? What's your line of?
Well, I'm just like, yeah. Where'd you pick it up? Like, where's it from? Who manufactured it? Just trying to.
What are you, the hegemony now? Coming in here asking me questions about my gear?
Oh no, the medicine's my line of work. So if I can, who knows? Maybe I can, even improve its operation for you.
All right, give me a roll.
Am I controlled still? I guess by switching. Or because usually if you get a partial success, if you want to push it to risky, you can hold the same thing. But I'm switching my tactics, so maybe that.
Yeah. That's fine. You can still be controlled. I think you've and standard. Sure.
There we go. Critical success as
a doctor. Okay.
Doctoring to consorts. Those public relations cyborgs, they know what they're doing.
Oh, you're a doctor. Oh, that's what you were doing with our friend Yorick's foot over there. I thought you were just field dressing it. Well, I'm well, come into my tent for a second. We can take a couple minutes before we go get this. Try to find Ophelia out there in the jungle. She leads you in, and there are 3 tanks along one wall, and then there's kind of like a weird bed along another wall. And in 2 of the tanks, there's duplicates of her just suspended in juice, and then in the 3rd one, it's empty, and there's kind of a cleaning process going on. And she points at that, and she's like, "My last body didn't make it out yesterday, so this one's pretty new. Still working the tweaks out. The hormone levels aren't quite what I'm used to. I tend to be a little bit testy in a new body. Sorry about the rough welcome, but things have been a little rough, especially with Brad trying to jump ship. He keeps all of this working, as well as is an excellent tracker despite his kind of appearances in the hat. I don't know how he does it, but he's good with equipment. Anyway, so you're a doctor and you're interested in cloning, huh?
Well, I am a clone, so yes, I have both a personal and professional interest in that.
Are you a replicated clone from a actual individual, or were you just cloned in the laboratory as a full-grown adult?
No, I was gestated fully. I was just cloned from single cell.
Okay, I get you. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the top of the line equipment you can get, as long as you are, willing to keep under the hegemony's radar. It's not perfect. It's about 95% memory transfer on a bad one. I'm about probably 50% who I used to be at this point. give or take a few memory wipes. But hell, it's better than being et and getting eaten out there, getting taken care of. So, but yeah. You got questions? Got a minute.
Where did you get all this tech? I haven't seen anything quite like it.
Well, there's a little prison you might have heard of called Isotropa Max Secure. The head warden there is a big trophy hunter. And he hasn't exactly made it through all of my excursions, which I think is kind of why he keeps coming back, because there's a little bit of risk involved, Like, I don't promise 100% you're going to make it out of these things. But he pays well, and he gets paid well over there, and, he wants me to be here when he needs to go hunting. So keeps this stuff flowing to me. I can inquire if you interested in getting some of this tech. And she breaks out a bottle of some sort of liquor and pours you a glass.
I don't know that I have any specific needs at the moment, but yeah, it's very interesting stuff.
All right. Well, you know where to find me, and I can get you the contacts. And I think then she proceeds to kind of make awkward small talk with you, kind of showing you the devices and some stuff. So, all right. So, Cardigan, you stressed out here. What happens when Cardigan?
Oh well, yeah, I'm reckless. I chose reckless. Cardigan is recounting the story of the gunfight that they took down the wanted space criminal Blackwood Bart. In order to get this hat. While the guy is right there at the bar, with the tray on his head, that's why Cardigan is indisposed.
So you just wandered off.
Yeah, I have a new accessory. I need to test out what stories best fit it.
All right, so. I'd say half an hour later, Razor's all packed up, Brad's all packed up. Candyman, your foot is feeling amazingly better, especially with the handful of pain meds that you took from Ro before Razor helped you out. You're muted, Richard.
That's right. Sweet is all I said.
And Headliner, you guys are all packed up. So go ahead and if you want to switch your load right now, go ahead. Razor gives you the kind of the what she knows is that Ophelia has hidden the ship out in the jungle in some sort of cave. And she had planned on parking it there and making her way to the base here. But she's been forced to stay in the ship and cannot take off anymore because a rather large creature in the jungle has blocked the cave entrance.
Yeah, okay. I will swap my my gun out. It's time for a heavy blaster.
You don't have to choose all your items. Just choose your load if it's 3, 5, or 6 for heavy.
Oh, okay. All right. 5 is good.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if we're going hunting, probably better to kit out now rather than dress for conversation.
All right, and let's just do a quick engagement roll here, so we don't have to do like the whole traipsing through the jungle.
I do. Okay, yeah. I was also going to wonder when we were going to take like downtime as well.
Yeah, I was gonna finish this kind of mission
Okay.
and then go to downtime, since time is a little bit of the essence for you guys getting her out of there.
Now, when we're going now, I'm going to say, look, my sister may have acquired a prototype spaceship. How strongly do we feel about our spaceship? Should there be a better option on the horizon?
There's nothing saying we can't have both.
Yeah, but if we have to make that choice.
I guess we'll make it when it has to be made.
Okay, it's just ours is looking a little bit rickety, and we could sell it on and move on to a new brighter ship. Just saying.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
So for the engagement roll here, I think what you know is that Razor suspects that the creature that has sealed off this cave entrance is a highly intelligent creature called the Grand Ferengi. They're 50 to 100 feet long, kind of insectoid carapaced creatures. They have tentacles that can pull you down underneath their shell where you tend to disappear. And they also have some feathered antenna that can kind of cloud your mind as you're going in. So kind of knowing that, what is your guys' preference on your extraction plan here? Do you want to assault, deceive, infiltrate, use mystic powers, do social, or transport? I don't think socials probably work.
What are our mystic power options? Is that a thing, or do we just want to go in with?
Yeah, I think you'd have to. I mean, Headliner can do some stuff. I don't know if you actually have like a device or something that you could activate in this case.
Okay. Is the creature worth anything? Like, to Razor?
Certainly, yeah. Yeah, if you can kill it.
So
Generally, Razor
I mean,
just
if we're
tries to
looking
keep away
for
from these
to make
things.
some extra money from this, assault might be an option,
Hmm.
or infiltrate if we're trying to. Well, no, I think assault would be either way.
Yeah.
Like whether we're trying to like go in loud or like more like properly like hunt it stealthily. I think either way would be assault.
Yeah, I think assault is what I'm leaning towards. Any thoughts, guys? Comrades?
I'm leaning towards assault as well with heavy load.
Oh, heavy load.
All right. What's your point of attack? It's kind of the detail we need to think up.
Yeah, so that was what I was. Oh, sorry. So yeah, that was the two options. Like, are we going in with like a loud assault team, or are we perhaps like baiting a trap for it to spring?
I reckon it's smarter than us. Just saying.
I was thinking the straight on.
I agree. It does. It may be smarter than the rest of you.
So
just-
some of us are less digestible than others, so that could be an option as well.
Yes.
All right. So marching straight in or setting a
thank you
trap?
for volunteering, Candyman.
Well, what about if we do we have what's the means of transport?
You guys are taking like a small skimmer till you get close, and then you'll have to probably
On
go a
foot,
little
yeah.
bit on foot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, marching up to it and seeing if we can get the drop on it.
Okay.
Oh, and Ro, do you have anything to knock her out? We've got to get her on that date.
Oh, jeez.
No, that's such a bad idea.
That's a bad idea. We're going to back
Yeah,
that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no intention of following up on the date thing.
Oh, okay.
I was never even going to mention it.
Okay.
It was just to get her there, but
Yeah, I wasn't even going to do that.
So let's go to the
Ooh.
engagement roll. Cardigan, are you okay to make that?
Sure. Let me bring that up. But yeah, let's go through the steps. If you could take a look, because they're not in the basic handouts.
So let's see. You start with 1 for sheer luck. You get another 1 for bold or daring. So
Pretty
that's
bold or daring.
2. You guys never go for overly complex. You just kind of go in shooting, so they're good there. A vulnerability. It probably has special preparations here in that it knows the layout of the land, so that's minus back down to 1.
Could
But
we
you have
spend a gambit?
razor, and that's 2. I guess you could spend a. Can you spend gambit on an engagement?
No.
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'd say 2 dice.
Okay. It's a
Ooh,
5.
4 and a 5.
Okay. All right. So, you guys march in, and or you skim in on your skimmer. You get to the drop-off point. Razor says that she'll wait there. Brad does a couple scans of the area. You guys are welcome to retreat, and she'll try to skim you out if things get dire. But since she just lost a body fighting one of these the other day, she's doesn't really want to risk all the credit cost to grow a new one quite yet until she gets another job lined up that's going to pay better than what Ophelia is paying. So Brad does a scan. You guys kind of take the information on one of your pads or something. He's detailed kind of the way the jungle is laid out here, and there's a large rocky formation that kind of comes up, and there's a large crack through the middle of it, and it's probably about 100 feet wide at the base, and about 60 feet tall or so in the base. But there looks like there was another large kind of outlying stone there, like outcropping that has since kind of toppled in and blocking part of that crevice there. So you guys march up there. With Brad's scan, you are able to kind of pinpoint where the creature is. And I think we'll start with, how does it sound to have said, you're about to take your first shots at it? And we'll start there.
Can we actually start just a second or two before that? Because I have this thing can cloud your mind, right? That's what I've heard.
Yes.
So I have a little bag of something here which will pre-cloud our minds and make us invulnerable to it.
All right, so you want to do a quick flashback here? That you
well, sure.
Well, let's see what the position effect we're in, because that does sound like a flashback action.
Yeah. And so, I think. Well, that's great.
Because it's possible that we don't actually need to do that, but we can still always establish it by flashback later.
Yeah. Okay.
Who were you thinking was going to take the first shot at that shot? Is Headliner?
I can. It's probably not going to be very good, but I can. I'll push myself.
So I would say we're here. Headliner, you're aiming up your shot at this thing, and you see one of the feathers, this big feathered frond on it, kind of start waving, and you can feel the wave around you start to tingle. with its consciousness, and you can tell that it's gonna it's kind of taking stock of who's here and what kind of threat you. So you don't have the drop on it, but it knows you're here a few seconds before you pull the trigger. So
Yeah, I think Cardigan is providing point and spotting for you.
Okay.
So I'm marking a stress to give you an extra die as well.
All
I'll
right.
take the left flank.
Okay, so Candyman's getting set up, ready for another shot.
Yep.
Okay, so Headliner.
Push. Oh, 1 too many. All right. So that
This
is a
would be
wonderful.
this would be a
So
scrap.
what does a heavy blaster? Is it just with? Does it do anything for scrap bonus wise, or is it just damage wise?
It'll get. Go ahead.
It's just positioning fictionally.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I would say, like, with a heavy blaster, you'll be able to, like, get through this thing's chitinous hide easier.
Okay.
Than kind of with a regular blaster, you're gonna have to, like, look for kind of weak points.
All right.
Like a heavy blaster is like a proper rifle.
Yep.
A light blaster is more a pistol.
So position.
You're starting in a risky position.
Risky.
And I would say this is a standard effect.
Standard effect. Okay. And oh, that's a 5.
Okay, a 5.
Nice shooting, Tex.
Okay, so you blast it, and your fire comes down, and kind of there's like 3 or 4 spots on this thing's huge armor where you see the shell kind of puncture and kind of fluid squirts out, but at the same time, you feel this thing start kind of sliding into your consciousness, and it tells you to just kind of lay down and set your gun aside, and it starts scrambling up the rocks directly towards your position. Ro, what are you doing as you see this thing move, and you see Headliner kind of hesitate in taking a second shot, and it seems like he's having trouble kind of thinking. He's kind of shaking his head back and forth.
Is any of that, though, I should also ask, resistible by Headliner? Like
yeah, that would be resistible.
Okay, I was just giving you the chance to go with row, and then I was going to say I'm going to resist that. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to in case we forgot it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in there.
Yeah, I don't really see a way to step in to resist. So,
I mean, for example, do you blast some of the rocks, causing it to like skitter back down, fall back down, and give Headliner a chance to?
first choice.
Look, we're none of us are good at actually fighting stuff.
No, I don't.
Throw your thermal detonator at it. That can't go wrong.
When I resist, I'm likely traumaing out either way. So
Well, that's exciting.
Ro, why don't you think about it? Let's take a 10-minute
Yeah.
break, and then we'll do the resistance roll and your action when we come back. All right. So, headliner pumps the Grand Ferlenki full of a few rounds. It starts chattering in his brain and scrambling up the hillside towards him. Ro, what do you do?
Um, we have maybe we lay down a detonator like in between in advance of.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you take...
I don't know what action that would be.
I think it'd be a flashback for 2 stress that you put it there. And then I think to detonate it, you could probably use...
Rig or scrap.
yeah, rig or...
Or not scrap. Rig or scrap, sorry.
This is a bad plan.
This is a great plan.
I'm not good at any of this.
No, I'm on board with this.
Yeah, I think Candyman probably like set the detonator, so it's bound to go off right.
Yeah, exactly. I have mad
I'm already
skills.
pretty stressed out. I don't know if I can do that. What else can I do?
I mean, remember, you can always push yourself and declare I'm a doctor, not...
Yeah, I could. I can't pay for that and a flashback. It's a flashback.
I'll give you the detonator for 1 if you're worried about it.
I mean, and trying out is not a big deal. We only have 1 session left.
Yeah.
True.
It's not like you're already haunted or anything.
All right. Fine. Okay. So let's see. I guess
Mark the detonator on your list of stuff.
yes, the detonator. Okay, so who did I learn this from? Setting detonators. There must have been some ex-military drinking buddy who, told me sort of.
Yeah, I think you also had to like stitch him up after he like messed up setting a detonator and it went off. Maybe. Does that sound right?
Well, I stitched him up after a bar fight, but
Okay.
but yeah, he told me a story about sneaking in behind enemy lines, crawling in and laying a trap. So
Okay.
sure, it doesn't sound so hard.
All right. I was gonna try to push you towards your haunted a little bit there, but maybe something bad happened to him, and I don't know.
In all these space wars.
All these space wars. That's all right. We can come back to that.
Yeah, I'm always happy to. Well, let's see, haunted. How can we can bring the haunted in as a devil's bargain? I'm sure.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think this will bring up triggering this blast. I think you were maybe around another explosion that killed a friend of yours in some sort of terrorist bomb. So I think when you set off this detonator, it's going to kind of give you some flashbacks to that and make you freeze up for your next action. So no matter what your next action is,
well, it could give her like just like harm flashbacks as like a harm.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, harm flashbacks. That's great. All right. So
We're still risky.
risky standard, yeah. And then 1 bonus die. Oh, where'd it go?
So that's a 5.
5. Okay, great. All right. So this is going to go off. It's going to be a big explosion. You're going to hit this thing hard with this detonator as it comes up the hill. But let's go back to Headliner real quick. You're going to resist that it taking over your head here.
Yep.
All right. Does that make you trauma out? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess we have to roll first, right? This probably
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going
yeah,
to.
but this is probably a resolve. So you get
Yep.
3 in that.
Yeah.
Mike?
I mean, on the other hand, if Candyman wanted to flash back and give you and resist with the little concoction he gave you.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here.
All right. 5. Oh, so close. All right. So you're going to take 1 and trauma out. I want to give you one last action in a second here, right before think what that trauma out looks like as you're fighting this thing taking over. Candyman, what are you doing right now?
Oh, easy. This is going absolutely according to plan. So I'm going to throw the other thermal detonator at the creature as it experiences the first one.
Okay.
Because 2 is better than 1.
All right. All right.
Which is, I think, a motto we can all live by.
Okay. So that is a scrap.
Yep, that is a scrap.
Okay. Headliner, well, Candyman, that will be a risky standard. I think you guys are still risky here.
Yep.
Standard.
Yep.
And you got 2 in scrap. Are you going to go with that, or?
I can push myself on this one. I've got Leap in the Wind. When you push yourself, you may spend +1 stress. So 3 stress to gain a total of both 1 effect and +1 is 1d instead of 1 or the. Well, I'm not even sure what that means. I'll read it again. When you push yourself, you may spend 1 stress, so +1 stress, so 3 in total, to gain both +1 effect and +1d instead of the one or the other.
So effectively, usually you only get to pick one of those when you push yourself. It lets you pick both.
Yeah. So you'll get instead of it being risky standard, it'll be risky great, and you get an extra die when you push yourself.
Okay. So risky, submit.
Don't forget that we also have some gambits if people want to pull in those.
Oh, maybe this is the time for that too. Because as it rolls back, this would be the soft underbelly time.
Okay, you want to spend a gambit?
Yeah, I'll spend a gambit.
Okay, I'll give you 2 bonus dice.
2 bonus dice. And there it is. Oops.
Oh,
what happened to it?
You made a 6. All right, tell me what happens as you throw this second detonator.
Okay, well, as the first detonator goes up, the creature sort of rolls back down, exposing its soft underbelly parts. So my second detonator just lands on its stomach and goes boom, and showers everybody in green acidic ichor.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I guess everyone is gonna take. I mean, I guess I could roll with the fiction here, and that you all need to resist that in some way, or have like a level 1 burned here from all this acid.
I I mean, it is a 6, so like it
Yeah.
happens without consequences.
That's true. Okay. So I guess it's just etching the into your clothing a little bit and cleaning off some of the dirt for you, I guess. Here.
Send my t-shirt into holes.
Yeah. It's a new look. Headliner, what happens to you here as you trauma out? As you see this huge balls of fire explode in front of you?
Well, before that happens, because it was actually pushed into my mind, I think it actually takes a piece of me with it.
Oh,
And so I'm going to become unstable.
so good.
Nice.
Okay, excellent. And then, yeah, okay. I guess you can disappear then. With the threat is kind of done, so we can go, and you can come
And
back.
then I'm going to run down the hill and make sure the thing's proper dead with a heavy blaster.
Okay. Candyman's just down there shooting the thing again and again.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have killed this gigantic insect. There isn't too much in the way to take back for a trophy, except for maybe the feathers are still intact, and maybe a couple tentacles or something if you want to take those back for Razor. But the shell is pretty much riddled with holes at this point and blast marks. But yeah, up at the top is this cave entrance. What do you guys do?
Well, brush the hair back. Spit on my hand, clean the face a bit. Time to go and greet the sis.
All right. So you step through the dark entrance of this cave, and
No,
He's getting shot again, isn't he?
No. You don't just step into a cave where my sister is.
okay,
That's a terrible idea.
what are you gonna holler in there?
No, I'm going to throw a stone in and see what happens.
Okay. Yorick, is that you out there? I'm not going to shoot your stone.
You going to shoot me?
I wouldn't mind doing it, but no.
Yeah, then it's me.
All
How
right.
you going, sis?
Well, it'd be better if I wasn't stuck in this stupid cave.
Yeah, well, come on out. The weather's hot.
Is that thing still out there? Or did you guys get it?
Yeah, no. Well, yes to both of those.
All right. So Ophelia steps out. What does Ophelia look like, Candyman?
Yeah, that's a great question. I am imagining that she kind of looks a bit taller and way better dressed than me. So she looks like someone who's had a real job. So she's not got the tattoos all over her body. She's, looking like perhaps a bit of a scary haircut. And just generally clean and well pressed.
Okay. Yeah. And she's, according to Razor, she's been out here for at least a few days. So it's amazing how well pressed she still looks.
Yeah, if you walk through a swamp with my sister, you'll come out looking like you've walked through a swamp, and she will still be clean and well pressed.
Excellent. All right. Well,
I'll
New York.
carefully look her over. She's not holding a gun or anything.
She's got one on her waist, which is
I
unusual for
will
her.
carefully sidle over, making the indications that I might be coming in for a hug, and see how that goes.
She just lifts up her hand. That's fine. We haven't hugged in years. We don't need to start now, Yorick.
So,
Appreciate the gesture, though.
You got a ship?
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I haven't had much of a conscience. I don't know if mine is as completely absent as yours is, but the hegemony's really pressing the boundaries of what is kind of okay with me with this ship, and it's called the Needle, and it's basically like a suicide ship that can take out an entire system.
Okay, I'm just going to PM my other guys and say, Ixnay on the new ship.
So they were getting close and having some positive test runs on the warp drive and stuff, and I thought I'd try to set them back a few years at least by getting this out of there, and also left them kind of a note saying that if they ever used one of these somewhere else, I'd come and use this one on them. So, kind of need to not be found for a couple decades. I thought you might be able to help.
Yeah, I could happy to help somehow. So you're not selling the ship then?
I mean, you want someone to have the ship that's going to buy something like this?
Well,
I mean, we're talking a whole system.
yeah, but it's not our system.
It could be. I'm talking like
well.
annihilating a sun and every planet in the system.
Yeah, okay. Given that that's probably not the best outcome for a lot of people. Okay, look. Yeah, then we need to, just destroy it.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to do with it. Kind of need to keep the threat hanging over their heads to not also build one of these. And if I destroy it...
You don't have to tell them that you've destroyed it.
Well, yeah, but... Unless I want to go knock Razor off and a bunch of my other friends.
Yeah,
I think I think we can hide it.
Well, why don't we blow up this cave and just leave it here?
Yeah, but Razor
I'm
knows.
thinking in the
Well, we could kill Razor. I don't trust her anyway.
in the pathways.
She shot me.
You just probably deserve to be shot. I just shot
That
you a
is
long time
usually
ago.
true.
The pathways, Candyman. The pathways. We can hide it there.
Ooh. Can we, though? Is that a thing?
You can try.
I think we can do it.
But is that a good thing if we put a system-destroying ship into the pathways? Like, there's things living there.
Things? What things have you guys been dealing with?
That's a great question. I'm so pleased that you asked, headline of that question.
Well, I think your ship might come in handy for them. It's the size of a sun.
It's a what? Huh? The thing the size of a sun?
Yeah,
Well-
but why
well,
would we want to
based
give
off
it
the
ship to
tentacles.
that?
I'm not following you. You're going to give my ship to something the size of a sun that is somewhere in a... Where are we? What? I'm lost.
I'm going to save you.
Great.
Yeah, look, he's my man. He's, I'd say, vaguely in his direction.
Great. Well, are you going to introduce me to the others here, or what? We're just going to stand around all day.
Yeah. Headliner, you've met him. He's him. Ro. She's a doctor, and that's
Great.
Bart over there. He's a cardigan wearer. Or they're a
Oh,
cardigan
I am
wearer.
merely Cardigan.
That's a pretty interesting hat for a robot.
Oh yes. I took it as a souvenir of an honorable duel from my days battling the nobility in the core worlds.
Oh, I see. Wow, this is quite the crew you've put together here, Candyman. And all of you trust my brother enough
Candyman,
to be on the
is
ship with him?
out of curiosity, are all of your siblings more attractive than you?
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
You know.
Undeniably, all of them are.
All right. Well, look. fill me in more on this plan, but let's get this ship out of here. I'm sick of this sweaty ass planet. So we can kind of hop forward, I think, here. Maybe if you guys just want to talk kind of broad scopes, what you want to do with this ship and where you want to take it. Headliner, it sounds like you kind of have a plan here.
To go along with my new trauma, yeah.
So your plan is to crash it into an unknown beast the size of a sun. Is that your plan?
Yeah. Well, using our other ship, of course, with the grapple arm.
So, you're gonna grapple this one to your other ship, and then go back to Mem and try to get the Void Beast thing.
That's my thought.
Okay. All right.
Someone has to do it. Why
yeah.
not us?
All right.
I'm certain that the planetary authorities would be very interested in paying for such a deed.
Well, my question would be is if you blow up a void beast the size of a sun, what effect could that possibly have on everything?
I think it'll depend
Well,
on
I
where
think
it is
we would
at the
become
time.
undeniably wealthy.
Well, that's a good thing. So you're saying there'd be limited effect. We're not likely to destroy intergalactic travel?
Oh, I know nothing about that.
Or possibly annoy void beasts all over?
All right. So why don't we have you guys? Let me think about kind of next steps here. But let's go ahead and go do downtime. We can either do it here on a Ketty, or if you guys want to try to get back to Indri or something like that, we can do it there. What are people kind of thinking about for downtime activities? Cardigan, what are you thinking of doing? Can you do it here on a Ketty, or do you need to?
Yeah, I'm sure I can manage something here on a Keddy. I have no stress anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to I have some thoughts. I need to sort out what I actually want to do with my downtime now that I don't need to spend it all getting rid of stress.
Okay. Ro, you have any thoughts on what you want to do for downtime activities?
Drugs.
Drugs, right. Oh, more drugs. Got it. Okay. Those can definitely be had here. Headliner?
I'm likely training.
And Kenny?
Maybe researching.
Yeah, look, I think we should do it here in Archetti because I'm very leery about passing through void space right now. That's just, especially now we have a plan to kill a void beast the size of a planet. That's the sort of thing that gets you noticed, that kind of plan.
All right, cool. We'll do it here in Archetti then. So I think you guys will get 4 cred for the trophies you bring back from the beast, the feathers and stuff. For Razor, she'll pay 4 for those. I think she's a little disappointed you didn't manage to keep like the mandibles and the kind of the more of the facial area of this creature, but understands that with thermal detonators sometimes things get sticky and messy. Let's see, what's our system quality at here? Ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so still just 1 for the upkeep roll, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did someone mark the cred in the ship, or do you want me to do that? I can put it in your
I did.
vault. You did already?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take one off for your upkeep. Heat. Smooth and quiet. I'd say contained standard exposure. Don't give you 2 heat here. After all, there were a few blasters pulled. Almost to your first wanted level there.
Okay.
2 heat.
Did you mark the 2 extra?
The 2 extra what?
Heat when
From before?
for cardigans? Yeah.
Yeah.
Conversation? Okay, I just didn't know if you had or no.
Yeah. All right. Wanted levels still at 0. Ro, will you give me a entanglement roll?
How many dice?
It's just 1. Ooh, a 1. Oh. Ship trouble. And there's 2 ships. Okay.
I think mostly it's if you actually use the ship, it applies. So
Yeah. So as long as you stay off the ship, nothing can go wrong here. So.
But we did use our main ship, so
Yeah.
Hmm.
Damage a system. Okay. Let's see here. So I think all of the oh geez, roll 20 just kicked me back out. All of the humidity in the air here, and there's kind of like a very low level of acid, is starting to mess with your engines a little bit. And so I'm going to hit one of those on your engines. Is experiencing a little bit of trouble, you notice, as you kind of test them out, getting ready to take off.
I remember last time you
a
said that there was a fungal issue here. Maybe it's fungus rather than acid.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's you keep finding spores of fungus growing in different places, and some of them are like eating the rubber coating off the wires and stuff, but it's causing your engines to heat up and malfunction a little bit.
Dang.
Gonna have to see if Ro can come up with anything for that.
is there somewhere you're tracking the? Okay, you're over in the fat. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I made a separate faction.
Yeah, I
so
see. Okay.
I can kind of go
Yeah.
back and forth easier. So. Okay, downtime. Cardigan, what do you want to lead us off with here?
Let's see. We're in the Breck system right now, right?
You're in Breck. You're on a Ketty. You could probably make a quick jump to Shemaya if you needed to.
Yeah, and I just kind of want to remind myself which system I forget is Mem in.
Mem is way over in the Holt system.
Cool. Yeah, my first action, I'm gonna do my free downtime action to lay low. I am spreading some stories about the actions of this deviant engineering, escaped engineering robot and his crew of smugglers, completely unlike us. Like I'm back at the same bar. Like the guy still has the tray on his head, I assume.
I think he's taking it off by now. But you see him there. and he's got a brand new hat on, and it just does not look right.
Yep.
Everything
my
else
hat
is
at him.
worn. Oh man, the daggers. He's like, "That's my fucking hat. Fuck that robot. He gave it back to me. How does he got my hat?"
Yep.
So
Oh, go ahead.
I'll reduce your heat in Breck by 2. I should probably bump it back up from you tipping your hat at him, but
Oh no! You can't reduce heat in the system you're in. I'm reducing it over in the Holt system since we're
Holt.
planning on heading over there.
great. Okay, cool. All right, headliner.
Okay, I guess.
All right. Yeah. So I think I will do some training to start with.
Okay.
Go with some standard training, I guess.
Okay, cool. So you get 2. What does that look like? What do you kind of working on?
After that thing getting into my mind, I don't want it to happen again. I don't think so. I'm trying to work on resistances with Maria.
Okay.
See if I can stop against attacks from the way.
Okay, so you're working on going towards
myself.
warded?
Yeah.
Okay, so you and Maria are practicing, and you're kind of going back and forth. And most of the time, she's pretty good at deflecting your attacks. And you've been going at it for like half an hour or so, and all of a sudden, you just slide right into her mind like she wasn't even paying attention. And there's another presence there, and it's talking to her. And it's just this warm, glowing feel, and it's saying, "You must come. You must come, Maria. We need you. The way must be balanced. You have to come to Lithios. Come and get me, and together we will go and rebalance the way." Do you want to do anything while you're there? Hearing this?
I'm gonna say, who are you? Why are you in her head?
I am. Some have called me Kuloth over the years. I have been reaching out to Maria since I felt her there when the way was disturbed the first time by the hegemony in this way. And since she has been there many times, and I have tried to bring her here so that we can right what she helped to unleash.
What is that?
She helped the hegemony to create devices that destabilize the way, and they use them as weapons, but they do not understand that they are also ripping apart the fabric of reality a little bit each time they do that. And my opposite will be able to come through in more and more easily the more holes in reality there are. I believe you've met several of them already.
So is that big dark sun thing?
Yes. That is a very powerful one of them. Usually they are much smaller.
If we kill it, something bad happen?
I don't think you'd be able to kill it, but it will annihilate matter until it is full, I guess you could say. Systems, stars, planets.
Oh.
It will cancel them out as it cancels itself out and becomes nothing again.
Ask how many systems, stars, and planets. Could be good to know.
It doesn't sound very pleasant. What can be done to stop it? I guess you just need Maria?
I need Maria to act as a channel for my essence. And through her, I can reach out and begin to stitch back together the small holes that have been created. And
Oh,
the
use me
larger ones.
instead.
You're not ready. I would burn you out in a second.
Oh. Then help me get ready.
Maria can try to train you, but she has had years of this thing forced upon her and has been honed in ways that I'm not sure will be possible without causing you great amounts of pain.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure we're going to have time to drop her off. So
She must come, or things will only get worse the longer she waits.
okay.
All right. Let's. Is that good?
Yep.
Cool. Ro, what are you doing besides getting really, really high?
Right. Cue the psychedelic sequence. I think we see an image of these way creatures eating planets and systems, and then transition to we're still on Aketi, right? We're doing all this on Aketi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so transition to weird Aketi insects eating each other, and Ro just staring at them as they float around. And if anyone I don't know that anyone else needs to clear stress, but I now have the hedonist special ability, so I'm especially good at indulging my vice and can give that benefit to anyone who indulges with me.
Like, I think the thing is that they can adjust it by 1 or 2.
Yeah, +1 or 2.
Or -1 or 2.
plus or
So
min-
you can also stop yourself from
Yes.
going over.
Plus or minus 1.
So, I mean, Candyman also does a bunch of drugs. Like, is this something Candyman is? Because it's also safer to indulge your vice. With
I had
Ro.
no idea that Ro and I had so many interests in common.
You hired her for a reason, right? Good
Yeah,
feeling.
because she was a doctor,
Uh,
a terrible doctor.
Candyman, do
That's
you want to indulge your vice, Candyman, or with Ro?
Well, the short answer is I really, really do. But I also, I've got my sister here and we need to make plans.
Okay.
So,
She can join us. I brought enough for everybody.
yeah, she's really mean when she gets.
I forget how
I
much
have
stress
something
you have
for
right
that.
now.
Candyman's only got 3 stress right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold on to my stress and spend time planning what we can do with the evil ship.
All right. Cool. All right. Go ahead and indulge that vice.
I rolled a 5, which I think I will make a 7. How much stress do I have? Yeah, which leaves me with only 1 stress.
Okay. Nice. All right. Candyman, what are you doing with Ophelia?
Well, I think we have to go over the spaceship that she's stolen
Mm-hmm.
to try and work out what the hell to do with this thing. And I keep on wanting to drop hints about Drexler as well, because I don't want to kind of own up that I've, may have tied her into Drexler in some way. But, I'll just bring it up in conversation and see if she has any particular opinions.
Okay.
Drexler, pirates. What do you reckon?
Drexler. Why do I know that name? I feel like it's been so long. Who's Drexler again?
Drexler, Drexler's Raiders.
Oh, right. Didn't you used to know them way back or something?
Yeah, me and Drexler, we're like, you know,
Oh, you're close with some pirates now, huh?
no, not for a while. But just just saying if you're thinking of somewhere to hide out.
I could go hide with pirates.
Yeah, cannibal pirates. Just
Cannibal?
don't want to oversell it.
You want
No.
me to
I don't think
go?
I think it's a terrible idea. I'm not even sure why he suggested it.
You suggested it.
No.
You do this. Oh my god, I can't. You haven't changed at all. I know you got a ship and a crew now, but
Yeah, we're
why
doing
are you
well.
why are you bringing this up? Why do I care about pirates? I have a ship I need to hide somewhere.
Yeah, what about if we drowned it in a lake?
Then someone could fish it out of a lake.
But if we like opened all the hatches and stuff, it'd be pretty wrecked pretty quick.
It wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't like unengineer it.
What about if we just broke it up? Like, it's got a pretty sweet engine here.
It's got a very sweet engine. It can jump systems by itself without a gate.
Yeah. See? We could put that in my ship.
Put that with what your crew has nowhere near the capabilities from what I've seen to be able to handle this type of delicate work.
Yeah, but what about Trav?
Trev, are you still hanging out with Trev?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh, he is a great guy. I'll give you that. But he never went anywhere. He could have been. He could have done something with his life, but he just wanted to work on ships.
Yeah, well, that's all you do.
Yeah, but I invent new things. All he does is repair old ships in a junkyard most of the time.
Yeah, true. Hey, I ran across one of your old boyfriends. What a loser. Francis.
You talked to Francis.
Maybe. I've been looking for you.
Why the hell did you?
He gave me a contact. I have lost your phone number. I've lost your number.
Why were you so intent on looking for me before I found you? It seems.
Well, I was going to warn you about Drexler.
Why are we talking about Drexler again? I am so confused.
You just keep bringing him up. I don't know. Her up. I just don't know what your obsession is with Drexler.
What did you do, Yorick?
Well, I didn't think you were never going to meet Drexler. There's just no way you were ever going to meet Drexler.
What
up
did
until
you
recently.
do, Yorick?
You don't have to have any sun wine, do you, in this ship? I say, looking around its extensive bar.
No, I don't have sun wine.
Yeah. It's just I hear Drexler really likes sun wine.
Yorick, tell me what. Tell me what you did, or I'm going to shoot you in your other foot.
I may have said that I'd introduce you to Drexler.
Why does Drexler want to be introduced to me?
I don't know. Drexler's a creep.
So you wanted to introduce me to a creep. I'm missing the finer points, Yorick. And she pulls out her blaster.
Okay, she was going to kill me.
If what?
If I didn't cough up something substantial.
And
I said I might introduce you to her. Because she's...
what?
I don't know. She's a cannibal.
You want me to be eaten?
No, I didn't think you'd ever meet her. Like, what were the chances?
So you're going to serve me to Drexler to be eaten?
No, never going to
save
serve you to
your own
Drexler.
life.
So I thought I'd come and warn you that Drexler could be avoided. That's why I was looking. That's why I had to go and find Francis, who was a loser, I must say.
So you're telling me not only do I have to worry about the Starfleet of the Hegemony coming and finding me, but I also have to worry about a pirate captain eating me? Because my brother
I
said
wouldn't
I'd
say
be
it was.
delicious.
I just think on the two scales, more chance of a hegemony wanting you than Drexler. Just,
Okay.
But anyway, enough of Drexler. I don't know why you keep bringing her up. What are we going to do with this ship? What about if we crash it into a lava planet somewhere?
Let's leave it there. Awesome. So, what's your action here? Is this a
Look, I'm
this could probably be your recover, I guess. Or
yeah,
no, I
I
guess
guess I'm finishing off that clock
anyway.
with Ophelia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
Is what that's doing, really.
And I think your level 1 harm goes away, right?
Yeah,
Steven?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can I
all
spend
level
my
1 harms just go away.
Can I spend my prowess points?
Are you going to train for your second action, or?
Well, I have 6 prowess points stored up here. Can I just convert those into something?
A pip, yeah, into one of those arrows there.
Okay, so that would be training, I guess. But anyway, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. Cardigan, action number 2. Oops, you're muted.
Oh yeah, the first one was free, so this is my first actual
Okay.
action that cost me. Just to keep track of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, my screen, my when my browser's freezing up here. But yeah, I think that what do I want to do here? Yeah, you know what? We're going to be blasting our way into possibly a giant star beast. I'm gonna see if there's any mercenary any mercenary pirates we could hire on to shoot some stuff for us.
All right. All right. So this is a gang. So we're rolling crew quality, which is currently 0.
Yeah, and if I'm really trying to sell it. Like I'm playing up the glory of it all. Can I try to push myself just so we're rolling with 1 die instead of 0? And
yeah, I think, or you can spend. Can you spend credit, or is that after the roll to bump it up?
that's after the roll.
It's after the roll. Yeah, go ahead and push yourself.
Cool. Yeah. We're right. Let's see if that's still a 3. Oh well.
Okay. So as quality 0 gang.
Yeah, I'll spend 2 of the cred I have. Let's have an actual quality 1 gang.
Okay. All right. So tell me, who's the leader of this gang?
Oh yeah, I forgot that I could have pulled in a friend or Right, we have a fixer. Could I actually say that we had contact? I had contacted them. I forgot that I also had the fixer.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll 1 more die to see if that adds anything.
Are we allowed to combine?
Yeah, I'm pushing myself and getting the help from the friend. Okay, a 5. So I'll just spend the 1 cred and have a quality 1 gang.
Okay. All right. So you have a quality 1 gang. We'll talk about that afterwards. Let's take a 10-minute break. I think we're a little bit past the hour, so come back at 15 past. Sorry, Brian, we stepped away for a little break. All right. Folks ready to get started again? Let's see. Where were we? Cardigan, you just did your first real action
Yep.
there? Okay. So
Oh,
everyone,
right. We needed to establish the who this crew
right,
was.
the crew, the gang.
Uh,
Do you hire?
yeah. I think it's through our fixer. It's someone that our fixer knows. Let's say it is. I mean, just to play it up, if it's all right. I think it's Blakely, who is an Urbot AI, who is both the ship and its own captain. It has a crew, but it is the captain.
Okay. So now there's not 2 ships, there's 3 ships. Pretty soon you guys are going to have an armada here. All right. So you have a gang, quality 1.
Yeah, it's Blakely's getting on in years.
Okay. The algorithm is getting more and more complicated and slowing down the processor.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can change out your hull before before you start feeling the age.
Yeah, I think he and Razor probably have a lot of the same feelings about that. Okay, all right. Headliner, second action. Second action.
I think I will get our ship repaired.
Okay. What would you like to repair?
I'm thinking the hull.
All right. And 1 cred for that too.
I will pay 1 cred for that. Yeah.
We can take it out of the ship's cred,
Well,
or out of your.
I'll take it out of my own.
All right. Row.
I guess I will recover to get rid of those flashbacks.
Okay.
Just, more drugs.
Okay.
I prescribe these.
Your flashbacks will go away on their own just during downtime. Level 1.
The level 1 go away if you just do a single recovery action.
Okay. There you go. All right. Cool. All right. More drugs. Okay. Do you want any scenes with Raven?
Recreation. I'm not opposed.
Do you want to have another scene with Razor and Raven together to talk about this cloning equipment, or do you just want to drug out with Raven for your action here?
You know what? That's actually a really good point. I'm going to spend a cred and start a downtime, a long-term project. What do we want to call it? What is my family name? The Duncan family. We could just call it setting up the Duncan family business in Procyon sector, only shorter because I rambled on there.
There you go. I started you a
It's a
clock.
shorter way to say all that.
How many segments you want? You think that is?
There you go.
6? I mean, we have one more session, so I guess it's a question of like.
Yeah, it's just the. Setting up the groundwork. So yeah, just
6 or 4, or is this just like making the contacts to get the stuff you need? I think if it's like just getting the contacts and like getting the paperwork, or not like paperwork, but like getting the plan together, it's probably like a 4-step. If you want to like actually buy your first like cloning equipment, that might be like a 6-step maybe. Is that fair, or what do you think?
Yeah, we can do a 6.
Okay.
6
Cool.
So what are me and Raven actually?
Maybe you're using your doctor skills, talking with Razor some more to like improve on her cloning equipment a little bit, and that gets like she gets you the contacts and something like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Cool. So why don't you roll your doctor?
Terrible.
Okay. So that's one segment.
Yeah.
Can you spend money to up the results here?
I could, but I don't have any. That's fine. We can leave it at that. I think I know why this went so poorly.
Okay. Why is that?
Rose actually pretty horrified by Razor's use of just swapping her mind into these clones because to Ro, like those are her siblings. Just like taking over the body of. So
Okay. So there's like you get in like a philosophical argument with her, and like
or just can't really fully hide her distaste for how she's using the technology.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So like you get the contact, but like Razor isn't gonna like vouch for you or anything. So you're gonna have to like go and like do that by yourself. Okay, cool. Candyman,
Yes.
what would you like to do for your next downtime activity?
I have to say, I missed that before. How come there's a third ship suddenly fronted up into our horizon here?
Cardigan has been busy drumming up a gang to support you in your next mission.
Oh. Do we know what our next mission is, or has he also been drumming that up?
Well,
I mean, there's been some talk about flinging a ship into a giant star.
Yeah.
I figured we might need some help for that.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's a thing. Look, I was actually thinking that the first step was the basically my refresh and dealing with my sister, and the second step I was just going to use as a training exercise as we prepare ourselves. So maybe I'd start to look at some points in rigging or in that direction.
okay, so put 2 up in insight.
Okay.
Oh wait, you guys have 1 in insight, I think.
Oh, do we?
What is your ship? You get 1 for you. If you train prowess, you get 2, and if you train personal, you get 2. On your ship, you don't have the insight training module yet.
Sure. Okay.
So you just get 1.
Done.
Okay. Cool. Cardigan, last one.
Yeah, and let me see here. For ship, we have training in prowess and personal.
So personal is the same as resolve?
Personal is the same as your ability track.
That playbook advancement you have that gives you new abilities.
Yeah, look, I've just had second thoughts. I don't think Candyman is the insight guy. I'll stick it into the other row.
Okay.
Like insight is not his primary jam.
Yeah, I feel like given where our mission's going from here, given where things are probably going from here, I'm actually going to Cardigan is spending some time learning how to actually shoot the guns that they claim to be able to shoot. And I'm tossing 2 cred into training to fill out my prowess track.
2 cred into training?
Along with the action that you had asked me about. So I'm taking 3 actions effectively to train prowess 3 times, getting 2 XP each time.
I thought you could only train once per down.
Oh, can I only train once per downtime? Okay, then. Never mind then.
Yep. They give it an XP track once per downtime, so you could do prowess and something else, but yeah.
Yeah. All right then. I'm just training my prowess then.
Okay, cool. Does anybody want to spend a cred for any extra downtime activities? I will note that your engines have 1 damage, but they have 2 spots, so they're okay for now. Or we can just let that sit there till an inopportune moment.
As a reminder, go ahead.
I was
going to say I would love to.
Yeah, I'd like to spend a cred and clean and scrub out the engines.
Okay, so it's You can either do. Let's see how this works.
So it's 1 cred to take the action, but then
Yeah.
you'd have to spend as an extra action. But then you'd have to spend 1 further cred to repair it.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh well,
it's 2
stop that
creds.
then.
But
I don't know
if
if I
you,
can
Well,
have a
we do
catch.
have 3 creds still in our ship, and I don't think we're going to be using it for anything before the end of this run.
sure.
All right, I'll do that then.
Okay, cool. All right, great. So,
Okay.
yeah, Headliner, did you want to do anything else?
Yeah. So you were saying the training, if we do it in a different track, we can still do it?
Yeah, you can train a given XP track only once per downtime. So you could train Insight once, Prowess once, Resolve once.
Okay. So in that case, I will also train prowess.
Okay, cool. Spend 1 cred to do that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I think what I'll do is just kind of set us up for next time, and then we'll do some stars and wishes just to get anything on the board that you guys really want to have happen in the last session. So you're all sitting in the galley, which has been.
So are we going to be doing XP then?
Yeah, we'll do that after.
After?
Before stars.
Okay, I just
Stars
want to
and
make
wishes.
sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you. Yes. You're sitting in the galley. Ophelia's kind of looking around distastefully at the many like spot welded marks on the holes where stuff hasn't really been really repaired. Just kind of like scrap of metal has been welded on to keep the O2 in the room. And she's like, okay. So we've gone over 20 plans. And so far, the only thing that I think makes sense is to either find some place we can put this thing where no one can find it, or do the crazy thing Headliner wants to do and send it in to blow up, I don't know, this crazy void monster you guys seem to have released on the world.
I will inform while we're talking about that, about the other part of Maria's head person.
Okay. Is Maria there in the room with you?
To me, it doesn't. She can be.
Okay.
I just think the rest of the crew needs to know.
Okay.
So,
she looks a little bit taken aback, I think, that you're sharing this with the rest of the crew, but go ahead. What do you say?
There is a power that's been communicating with Maria, and it wants also to stop this creature from coming through. It thinks we can't destroy it with the ship, but I don't know if it's aware of what that ship can do. So just want you guys to be aware of. We decided to go with my crazy plan. It may not work.
Does Ophelia have an opinion about whether crashing her ship into that would actually do anything? Like, it's a big antimatter beast.
I
So
mean,
is flinging an exploding thing into an antimatter beast actually a
I'm
useful
not
thing
really
to do?
sure. I mean, the ship kind of does the antimatter thing too. That's how it destroys everything.
So you could be making it worse
Unless you cancel it out.
by adding more antimatter.
I don't know. But I think Maria looks up kind of at this knowledge, and she's like, you have a whole ship that creates antimatter. This is horrible. The hegemony has just, they don't know what they're doing. And she just sinks her head in desperation and kind of depressed, I guess, looking down and holding her hair on the forehead.
What about if we crash the ship into the hegemony?
Well, that's what I threatened. That's what I threatened to do to them. I said I'd send it back to the and wipe out the hegemon himself if they came after me. But
Well,
you
we
know,
could get ahead on that agenda. Do a bit of preemptive wiping out.
yeah.
That does seem a bit difficult, though.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I mean, we would
Yeah,
have.
now you put it like that, I can see your point.
We do have most of the hegemony between us and the hegemon.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah, no, you're right.
it would be hard.
It seems like a lot of effort to go to.
Ro, what about you? What do you want to do?
Um, I mean, just crashing the ship into this thing seems a little crazy for Rowan. She would need to be convinced.
Okay.
I guess.
I guess Maria looks up and she says, "Ophelia, you said that the ship can do jumps, though, right? It can travel without a gate. Maybe we could. Maybe I can go and meet this being and travel there with the ship and get around the hegemony that way, and then maybe Kuloth and I can accomplish what we need to do with the ship. Um,
Ooh.
and then I don't know what to do with the ship afterwards, but it would help getting us there and back."
I've got a cool idea for what to do with a ship afterwards.
What's
We
that?
can tear it to pieces and sell all the bits.
We already went over this plan.
Yeah, I know. I think it's got legs, though. What about this guy? What
I
about
think
this
we'll
friend
be-
of Cardigan's?
I think by then we'll be more familiar with it.
But what about the friend of Cardigan's, though? He's got a, he's got an Urbot friend. Or they've got an Urbot friend. Would they want this ship? Like, how trustworthy would they be if you gave them a ship with ultimate destructive power?
What do you think, Cardigan? You think Blakely could be trusted?
Oh,
with
I
this
think that they would. I think that they would find that very entertaining.
See? But no, but on a practical sense, would Blakely be prepared to go and sit in an asteroid field quietly for decades, contemplating the options?
Oh, you have not met Blakely then.
No. So you're saying no?
Well, you generally make Blakely. Your landings generally make Blakely's look. Blakely generally makes your landings look smooth and without incident.
Okay. A bit of a touch Parker, you're saying. Then my vote is we go with Maria to Lithos, do what she's got to do, and if that doesn't pay off, then we prang the ship into the big giant beast. Because, what's the worst that can happen?
Great.
Or there's always that gate that they were planning on using too.
Do you mean the one that they opened with the
Yeah.
device? You could
Ooh.
shoot it through there and find out what's on the other side for sure.
Yeah, you sound loath to do that unless they pick it up and shoot it back. That would be a bad thing.
Yeah. All right. I think it's right at this moment that the phone rings, Cardigan. And
Okay.
the voice on the other line says, "Calling for my favorite uncle. The funny thing is, I killed him. About 3 months ago, we ripped that ship apart and sold the transponder."
Clearly, you must be mistaken then.
Clearly, I'm not. You see, I've been trying to reach Candyman to tell him he's got about 15 minutes left to make good on his deal before my people come down there and rip your ship apart and take that whole base over. Be up here, and you better have Ophelia with you. Bye. And you recognize it as Draxler's call sign there. So we'll leave you there for next time. Let's go do XP. Cardigan?
Sure. Let me take a look here. First off, did I address a tough challenge with deception or influence? I managed to negotiate us a better, some extra pay. Did I manage anything else? I did some intimidation, but I'm not counting that.
Okay.
Because like
yeah.
that's the muscles thing. Like they
Yeah.
specifically have intimidation.
Yeah.
Did I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I certainly expressed my general antipathy to honesty and something else.
You
Also playing up my old fellow robot contacts.
yes, and you got a new hat.
Yeah, that's the last one. I struggled with issues from my vice,
Okay.
which is in fact fanciful clothes and baubles.
All right. So 3 total.
I counted 4 because I gave myself 2 for the expressing my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Okay. Sure. Great. Headliner.
So when we do these XPs, are they doubled or no?
No.
No, these are just regular.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
But you can put them where you want them. So.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it was a tough challenge, but by getting the hat and getting a tray. So
Yeah, take one for that for sure. Yeah, the tray.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. So other than that, I definitely was playing into my beliefs by telling the crew over Maria's wishes.
Okay. Yeah. Take another one for that for sure. And then you came up with the idea to blow up the beast with a ship, which is pretty unstable. So we'll give you a 1 for that too. So that's 3.
All right.
Ro.
You addressed a tough challenge with insight or compassion.
Not sure about that one. You definitely express your beliefs, drives, heritage, and background, though. With your downtime activities, working on the family business, and then also the interactions with Razor. So take 2 for that. And struggled with issues from your vice during this session or traumas. Did the haunted come up or not?
With flashbacks.
You did get flashbacks, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so take 1 for that too. Great. All right, Candyman.
I think that I addressed a tough challenge with speed and/or flair by grenading a monster, and then ensuring it was proper dead.
Yeah,
I think I expressed my beliefs and drives.
the Ophelia for sure, and the heritage
Yep.
there. So it's 2.
And I would like to try and struggle for a third one, but I just don't think I really can. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I got my toe shot off, but I'm not sure if that was entirely relevant.
Well, you were high,
I was.
which means you were in a stupor, so you did struggle with your vice there. So yeah, take a third one there.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, ship here. What do we got? Execute a successful extraction operation. Yes, so that's 1. Contend with challenges above your current station, always, since you're 0. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Yeah, I think you probably did that. Razor's definitely supportive of you guys around here now. You brought back those fronds and stuff. Goals drives an inner conflict or essential nature of the crew. Yeah, your reputation is strange. I think you definitely worked on strange this time, making a guy wear a tray on their head. So we'll mark that track complete, and you guys can pick a new advancement here.
Whoa. Yay. A new advancement. Is that a special ability or just an...
You can take a special ability or 2 ship upgrades.
Or 1 upgrade to one of our systems.
Comms, yeah.
Can we improve our crew quality? Is that a thing we can do?
We do not have the... Well, we might have the money to do it. I have 2 cred on hand, and I believe it costs like 4 times the new quality.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
I think that's...
So, like, I have 2 cred on hand. We have like 1 in the ship, and if somebody else cannot pony up 1 more cred, we'll have the 4 we need to upgrade our...
I have 1, but what benefit does it actually give us?
Basically, it makes everything we use, that like our general tools and equipment, better quality.
Well, that might be good for going up against a big
End of the world.
monster if things fails.
Let's get away from the slightly shabby feel that we have. The definite amateurish nature of the whole crew. We could buy a license. That could be a thing.
What is the prereq for the particle cannons?
Ooh,
You need another spot in weapons.
Okay. And how much does that cost?
Well, you could take that now, but you would then have to pay for the particle cannon somehow.
Which would cost?
6, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 times the system quality.
What about if we borrowed it from a ship which we happen to know is sitting in a cave somewhere?
Yeah, we could just go into
You
debt.
could go
right?
into debt. Yeah.
So
We could just get ahead on, dismantling the ship for parts.
I guess it's either
Personally, I have no
improve
problem
our
with
crew.
debt.
Yeah.
Debt is for later. Spending is for now. Debt is for afterwards.
Trying to find the rules on debt, but they're hiding.
Basically, as long as you're in debt, I believe you like roll equal to how much you owe to see if it like comes back to haunt you.
Okay, yeah.
What about loaded for bear? That just seems cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think the crew quality is probably our best bet.
Okay.
Or is that it? Or would we be able to do both?
No, you can only do one.
Yeah. But that's just my opinion.
We could get shields. We could do that.
Yeah.
We could get an alien pet. We're on the right planet for that.
They are. And there's those little weird meerkat things here.
Yeah, exactly. We probably wouldn't even have to buy it. We just have to leave, and we'd have a whole lot of them living with us. The ones that have been, in the landing bay for the last 3 days.
Yeah, so it would be 4 cred if you want to go to crew quality 1.
Only 4?
Yep.
Oh. So it's only 2 times, though.
It's
No, 4 because we're at 0 right now.
4.
You're at 0.
Oh, okay. We're at 0 right now.
So who has...
I have 1.
Yeah, I can pony up 2.
Okay.
I literally have no cash, so...
Throat is loaded. She has 4. We can just spend that.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Ro, do you have any cash?
No, there's one on the ship though.
Yeah, that's 3. I think we're at total, right? One on the
Well,
ship?
I have 2 to pony up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Crew quality 1. All right. Moving up.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna end the
Take mine off
broadcast
in a second. All right.
and then we can do some quick stars and wishing.